Hi, everybody. We'll be back in a second. Hey, everybody. What's up? Happy Monday. Jack is running a few minutes late. So, wait. You know what? He just popped in. Look at that.
Did.
I just started.
I know.
You saw that, right?
I did. I didn't want to miss it.
I know. I'm doing the hi, everybody. Happy.
You ever have one of those times when you start your computer has an update that's sitting and it won't let you plug in?
Yeah. It's my life at work.
Oh, good.
Literally my life at work. Yes.
Back to you. Do your hi.
Oh, it's hi, everybody. Dylan and Charles are here, and all the tens of other people that watch the show are here. Your mom's here. That's awesome. It's good times.
It's very popular.
It's like 75 degrees in my house, and I'm sweating like a
whore
warm. In church, as my dad would say.
It's
a little
stressful time while getting this computer reboot did not do me well for the sweating.
Yeah,
situation.
No. Again, I've been through that where we're a little late here too. Pete's here. Look at that. Everybody's here. Jack's not here, but that Jack is. But the other Jack,
I'm sure he'll be here some point.
He might.
I think that fan doing more fan-like things.
Yeah, I don't have a fan downstairs because it's been 30 degrees outside, and I haven't needed a fan downstairs. And then today it's
fair.
I had to go to the office today. I have to go to the office tomorrow. And it's going back to 30 degrees. So, yay, Northeast weather.
Exactly. It's good times.
So how are you, aside from sweating and rushing?
I'm good. Busy weekend.
Yeah.
Another not busy week last week. As you know, I had to miss. We had a ton of stuff for the boys. We had honors band concerts and volleyball tournaments and this Tower of Power thing where they stack what do they have to stack? Straws with masking tape. They had to make as big of a tower as they could.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
The whole thing. It went.
How was
an hour? They had an hour to stack things, and then they had to put a book on the top.
Wow. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a science physics thing. They do it at the school though. Had my 11th wedding anniversary. We went out and celebrated some. And
11 big years, huh? Happy anniversary again.
Thanks. Had a gig at Wilson's Friday, which was cool.
Yes, you did.
My requests ranged from Janis Joplin to Pantera to Mary J. Blige.
Pantera.
All from the same table.
There you go. That's a good table. That's a very eclectic table.
It was great. I played all of them.
I actually had intentions of coming out, but I had a really brutal week. Really brutal week.
Well, luckily, I'm playing even closer to your house this week.
So I hear.
Yeah.
I may have another brutal week though, but we'll see.
All the more reason to stay close to home.
It is. I went one place from the last time we did a show, not including work, to today. One place.
Wow. Was it to the food store?
It was not to the food store. That's what Instacart is for. Like, I don't count Wawa or anything like that. I went to see a movie that came out. Yes.
Me too.
It was the making of Friday Night Lights.
I snuck that in yesterday.
The making of Friday Night Lights?
I did. Yeah. It was all about Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, yes. No, it was, we'll talk about it again in a little bit. It was the Batman.
No, Frank's probably up your alley, Jimmy. My take is probably, probably Jimmy, closer to where mine usually is.
Yeah, Jimmy and I are very much in a disagreement about the Batman. And Jimmy's statement that Jared Leto was the best Joker was also fake news. He's fake news.
Wow, that was something.
Threw that out there.
Yep. That can't take that one back.
Nope.
Yeah.
He's wrong.
Look, we'll see how this Joker that we may or may not have seen.
We
no
got.
spoilers yet.
I got
No
stuff on that in a little bit. I got some stuff on that.
I mean, look, nobody beats unless these guys are putting white makeup over their mustaches. Nobody's really the Joker after Cesar Romero.
It's actually the truth. I think the three of us can agree on that. I think Jimmy can even agree on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that's literally all I did. I had a couple hockey games. You know what? Jared could have been a great Joker, and it's possible. I mean, I'll give him that. With maybe a better script and maybe a little, I don't know. He probably without maybe the gold-plated teeth and the whatever.
I think all that was fine, but they didn't ever put him in a movie.
No, not really.
He wasn't in Suicide Squad, really. He just popped up here and there, and you didn't get the whole backstory or let the character actually breathe. It was
he had like
there to support Harley Quinn,
right? And no, Dylan's right. The end of the Snyder Cut gave us a very, very good look at what that Joker could have been, and yes, he could have been a great Killing Joke type of Joker. I can admit that, but based on the sample that we got of him in those brief blink and you miss it moments, he sucked to me. But
well, let's be honest, it wasn't a great movie.
Which one?
The Suicide Squad.
Oh no, it wasn't. No.
Which is our only taste of him, right?
Well,
yeah.
No,
I mean, that was it. That was it.
And then there was the part where he was, but then
Nope. It was just that movie.
No.
There was very few, if any, good things about that movie.
Yeah. But what about the end scene with the Enchantress?
No.
Oh, no. What about the part in the bar where they were doing shots?
No, that was dumb.
It's almost fitting that I have that background up right now.
Yeah, that whole movie was not good.
Yeah. Are you going to watch the movie again to try and validate your Jared Leto thing, Jimmy? Is that why he
might be. He's going to go get some screen grabs.
Yeah, please. All right, so moving away from Batman. Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying my week was hell. Yes, I had a hockey game Tuesday night in which we lost. I had a hockey game Wednesday night in which we lost. And then I couldn't walk for 3 days.
Oh.
So there was that. Right. Yeah.
But I caught up on some other stuff we missed too over the weekend.
What else did you catch up on? Because I really didn't do a lot of.
I tried to tell you The Boys was out.
I know.
The Boys came back this weekend.
I looked and saw the cartoon, and I looked at it, and I was like, I just can't right now.
Well, everyone's a different animation style. It's like the Star Wars Visions series.
Oh, really?
But it's all in the Boys universe. Like one of them was written and starring Awkwafina.
Oh, okay.
One of them was written and starring Aisha Tyler. And Don Cheadle. Aisha Tyler and Don Cheadle starred in one.
Oh. I did see that one of the episodes is canon to like the other stuff.
They all
are. They all are. Okay.
Yeah. So we can talk about that in a minute or two. I can do no spoilers on there in a few minutes. But I saw that. I finally saw The Kingsman too.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
Totally not what it was advertised.
No?
Much better movie than they advertised
in
the theater,
really?
Which is probably why nobody went to see it.
Oh, okay.
Because it looked like it was a gimmicky, just same as the other fun splatter, this and that. It's actually like a huge conspiracy thriller about World War I and how it started and how it ended and all the behind workings of that. Okay. And a family drama that none of was shown during the trailer. Everything in the trailer happened in like the first 35 minutes of the 2-hour movie.
I guess that's good when they do stuff like that in a way, because it doesn't give away the whole movie.
But I got 35 minutes and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen now the next hour and a half of this movie.
Well, that's good.
It is. I was just surprised because I had no idea what the movie was about because they forgot to put it in the trailer.
What did I watch this? Oh, you know what I did? I watched an episode of Legends, so I think I'm one back now. I got all the
Mm,
way up to like one back.
okay. I've watched the finale of that and Batwoman last week.
Right. And I watched episode 1. I completely forgot it came out. But episode 1 of season 2 of Picard was out. And
Oh, that's exciting.
wow.
Yeah?
Just wow.
I bet he
Yeah.
time travels.
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. That happened. I mean, they've already shown that in the previews, but that basically happens at the end of the first episode.
Did you get Whoopi? Any Whoopi?
Yep. You got a nice Whoopi. That was a pullback wide shot.
Oh, good. I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah.
And
Oh
no
yeah.
choice. No
Nope.
choice.
She came out from around that barn. It was like, oh, hi, Whoopi. There's all of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
There
was
was
nice.
that, and all those 2 shows ended this week.
Yep.
Legends nailed the landing, as they have been prone to do.
Now, I did see one small spoiler for Legends about an actor, as they do now every season, another actor that's not coming back next season. Nick Zano, right?
Yep.
Nick Zano is not coming back. I kind of know. I mean, I guess I saw a little blurb, and I can kind of figure out what they're doing with him, and they can keep him in a recurring status if they need to.
They
right?
could. So the awesome thing about that is, so they just finished season 7. The
Yes.
start of season 6, he talked to the producers about leaving.
Oh, okay, that was cool.
So when you look back at it, his story for the last 2 years has been setting him up to leave the show in a satisfying, like, everything wrapped up way.
Right.
Which is really impressive. You don't get that on TV.
Not normally, no.
You don't get like a planned exit. He said, the cast last season was reading the scripts, and all of a sudden they noticed things changed, and they're like, okay. And it's all been set up for like a season and a half already.
That's awesome for him.
Yeah. And the end of Batwoman actually was well done.
Now, are they getting a third season, or was it third? Would it be third or fourth?
Fourth.
Would it be fourth? Did they?
CW has not picked up anything yet.
Okay. Doesn't our favorite show come back this week or next week? Doesn't the Flash zoom onto our TV screens?
I believe it does come back next week.
I do know that Katie Lotz directs an episode of The Flash. I did see a little thing about that.
She's done a few episodes of Legends now. So, good for her. I think you like to keep it in the family over there. We'll probably get some Tom Cavanaugh. We might get some. I can't remember his name. David. Nope. Guy that plays Diggle.
Smith?
No, plays Diggle.
Oh yeah. Shit,
we'll
I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, we'll probably get some of him directing.
I know who you mean.
Mm-hmm. Good. We're both there. So we'll see what happens with that. But Lois and Superman is actually doing cool things with the storyline.
Yeah, I'm gonna this week. I'm gonna finish Legends, and I'll start Superman and Lois, and then maybe I'll loop around the Batwoman at some point.
It's fine. You won't. It's fine.
I'll
keep people up on it.
Well, Batwoman maybe, because I know who they introduced, another version of a character. I'm going to go through later on. I have a couple of lists.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I got a couple of good lists, I think.
Oh, we can knock those out because we want to spend a good chunk and not make the people wait for what they came for. Jimmy came to hear us talk about the virtues of the Batman.
He did. I'll zip through a couple of little newsy things. For some reason, I guess because it made a lot of money, they're days away from getting a Free Guy 2 script being turned into the studio. That's exciting.
It's a good call.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's not a movie that needed a sequel.
Well, the actual quote from the studio president is, "We have more Free Guy movies coming, spin-offs and all kinds."
Well, look, you got to do. We'll see. I don't know if Ryan Reynolds will keep doing it.
No, they didn't say. They didn't. So they have no cast, no director, like nothing in place.
Well, he's got a couple things, right? So he recently said, "I'm not going to keep doing my own stunts."
Yep.
Because he realized that he's not a young man, and it hurts more every time you do them as you get older.
Yes, it does.
So he's not doing that. I mean, we still won't have a Deadpool movie for at least another 2 years.
Maybe a cameo.
whatever. But we won't have a movie for at least 2 years.
No,
Right,
probably.
which is crazy, right? Because when was the last one out?
It's been a
2019?
while.
2019, I think.
Maybe
18 or 19. But like that's a long time. It's 6 years between Deadpool movies.
Yeah,
which is a bit of a miss
18.
for a franchise that did really well. 18. So
18.
7 years.
7 years.
I bet we will end up with between Deadpool movies.
Yes, at least. Studio head Steve Asbel also said that Avatar 2, thankfully, it's still releasing this year. It will not be delayed again. They're going to milk the ever-loving hell out of this franchise into 2028 with 5 of these movies.
Well, luckily they've already filmed them all.
I don't care about this movie.
All hour of dialogue they're going to put into this 15 hours of movies.
The next one is going to be underwater.
Oh.
Yeah.
But look, the effects will be cool. James Cameron's no slouch.
No.
He waited so long because the technology couldn't handle what he wanted to do.
Yep.
Until now.
Oh, you froze. You're frozen. A little. Oh, I think I lost you.
Oh, no, we're back.
Oh, there you go. James Mangold. He's directing a movie that I am just frothing at the mouth in anticipation for Indiana Jones 5.
I think he's done now, right?
He's in editing, and we could get a trailer soon.
Oh.
Soon means,
Maybe in front of Top Gun.
Maybe.
Well, wait,
maybe.
Is Indiana Jones Disney?
Yeah.
All right. It's Lucasfilm, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
But are the Indiana Jones movies on Disney? I don't think they are.
I don't think they are, no.
Interesting.
Amazon is in negotiations with Sony to do a live-action God of War TV show. That could be neat.
TV show?
TV show.
I'd rather see those as movies.
Same. This was interesting. ABC threatened to cancel the Oscars if they didn't remove a bunch of categories.
Yeah, this is blowing back up in the Oscars face.
Yeah, so they've come to some kind of an agreement now where they're going to pre-tape 8 of the 23 awards an hour before the ceremony, and then they're going to edit them into the broadcast.
Well, the ceremony has always started earlier.
Right. But this is so what they're going to do is they're not going to show live.
Right.
Documentary, short film editing, makeup, hairstyling, original score, production design, or animated short, or live action short and sound. Those will be pre-taped awards, and then they'll filter them in.
I mean, look, did anybody see any of them anyway?
No. I don't even know what's up. And
editing is a big deal. If you're in the film industry, that is a huge deal that they are deleting that. But I don't ever remember it being on during the awards to begin with.
No. We'll do an Oscar show later down the road because
you have to watch all the movies still.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm waiting for my copies.
West Side just came out on Disney Plus. You can watch that tomorrow.
Beautiful. That's not going to happen. I Am Legend 2.
Oh, yeah.
Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan. So they're probably going to have to use that alternate ending now, I would assume.
Just in case you didn't think you needed it.
Right. I don't see no director or release date yet, so that's not coming anytime soon.
No.
That's like way down the line.
No, look, he still has Michael B. Jordan still has a Superman movie he's starring and producing.
And another Rocky movie that he's going to do.
Well, they're filming Creed 3 right now.
Right. Another show that I've kind of fallen off on, but I have to get back to watch the last 2. Surprise. The Pam and Tommy show, which I haven't caught up on that.
It's been good. It's gotten better.
So Pamela Anderson will actually tell her true story of what happened in a Netflix documentary that allegedly has been 7 years in the making, mysteriously.
It's going
to be a Netflix documentary.
I'm intrigued because I think they treated Pam very fairly in it.
I think so far.
Even in the episodes you haven't seen yet, they really dig into Pam's backstory on the next episode that you haven't watched.
Okay.
And I mean, they really set her up.
I think only 2 back.
Yeah, that's what I said. The next episode, they like dig in on Pam's whole journey,
right,
to where she is now. And I think they've done a nice job at that.
Oh, the acting's been great.
I could use. I don't know. I still am not a huge fan of the way they've done Tommy, but I'm sure he is kind of that much of a dick. um, it's just tough because Motley Crue was Motley Crue.
Right. I mean, the acting's been sensational.
Yeah, it's a lot of Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen.
A lot of Seth Rogen. Not enough Ron Swanson.
Yeah. There's even more Seth coming up. But
hard.
I think it's only got one episode left. So
yeah, I think it was 8 all together, and I'm like 1, maybe 2 back. I think. So I like this. I would like to try and do this every week, if I can find this list. So there's the best new shows and movies coming this week on Amazon Prime. Just Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of new stuff starting to come out. So March 11th, I can't even say this word. It's Geharalian. Gehralyaanr. Anyway, it's an Indian romantic drama in English and Hindi. Follows the story of Alicia, a yoga instructor who's trying to find investors for the app that she's developing. It looks interesting. It actually looks interesting. I'm not sure any of the people who star in it, but it looks interesting.
You won't watch it, but that's cool.
No, but March 11th, something else comes out that I absolutely will watch.
What's that?
Upload.
Is that season already dropping out of nowhere?
Already dropping March 11th, full season.
I'll take
full season binge. Here we go.
I'll take it. I needed something to do Saturday.
Yep. It looks like they're completely flipping the script on what was.
I don't remember the first season all, but I remember I
don't either, and it's an easy rewatch.
Yeah.
And I love rewatching. So,
you do.
So Star Trek Picard is going to release every Friday for 10 episodes. It started last week, so that's going to go every Friday now.
So this list isn't just Amazon?
No, this is Amazon. Star Trek comes out on Prime.
No,
I know it's a Paramount thing, but it comes out on Prime. Like Discovery is on Prime.
No kidding.
Yep, it's all there on Prime.
Oh well,
because I don't pay. I don't. I
could have watched Discovery. Who knew?
Yeah, the first season's a little rough to get through, and then it gets really better.
Yeah.
Once they get away.
I learned you can't give up during the first season of anything anymore.
No. This Is Us.
Nope.
No. The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Nah, I heard that's good, but no.
Yeah. This week will be episodes 7 and 8. Then there's a couple of movies, but that's not important.
So while we're on Amazon, so The Boys.
Yes, go ahead.
Drop. So all in universe, a whole mess of, hey, what do you guys want to write about if superheroes were in the real world and what you think would happen? So there's 8 episodes. They're all like 15 minutes long.
Oh, really?
It's a super easy watch.
Oh, okay. That I will do that.
Super easy watch. It stars every character at some point from the series.
Okay.
Whether you get their actual actor or not, there's a few that didn't show up. But that's fine. But like the first episode, which is probably why you were turned off, is it's like a Warner Brothers style, like Bugs Bunny, but it's like a baby who has laser eyes.
I didn't even watch it. I just kind of hovered over it, and I was like, I can't. I'm not in the mood for this right now.
So a lot of the show is based on V, or whatever it is, velocity.
Yeah.
Right, being out in the world.
Okay.
So and we know that they've been experimenting on children all this time.
Right.
Right. So you get that. That's one where baby days out, just a fun one, right? Kid escapes, little baby. The next one is where all of these soups that end up with horrible powers, because not everybody can end up being Homelander. There's one that's a human, just a massive tongue.
Okay.
And there's another one that could turn into water in the colors of the Mexican flag.
Oh, geez.
Not like a wave. Right. Not like tidal waves or running water, just water. And they find out that it was their parents that did it. Right? That signed them up for the experiments. So they go off to kill their parents. Kevin Smith is in it as a character named Boobface.
Of course he is.
Because the superpower is that it's just a pair of boobs for a face.
Of course.
You have another one that delves into the characters that how superheroes deal with it and like become hooked on drugs and things like that, as we've seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have that one. You have another one where the characters try this V drug that they put out that can make you look however you want. So like the one main character tries it on and becomes this big stud, and it then goes through the life cycle of what happens when you try and not be yourself. And you cycle through that and cycle back down into the highs and lows of that.
All right, I'll watch it.
And like social media and stuff like that, which is pretty neat.
You got me. I'll watch it.
Yeah, so there's that. There's one the one that Aquafina did where she ingests some V and becomes best friends with something that you wouldn't expect.
Oh,
that she gets from her powers.
Okay.
You have a family drama where two superheroes meet and turn to a family, and then you're cut to 10 years later, and they're not as happy of a couple anymore.
No.
And how does that work out? You have another one where it's Homelander's first mission.
Oh, okay.
And how he came out of the gate. And another one that I watched a little bit of, but it's an elderly couple who the wife is very sick, and the man brings her Compound V to try and make her better, and what happens with that. But they're all like very well done stories. They're all super well written. They're all like 15 minutes long.
Okay, that's something I can definitely jump on board with.
I literally got through it Saturday, like watching it here and there. But you get like Andy Samberg is a voice, like I said, Aisha Tyler, Don Cheadle.
I like Andy Samberg.
Nicole Byers is in one. You get Aquafina. You get the Deep shows up. Seth Rogen shows up.
Of course he does.
Michael Cera's in it.
Oh, okay.
Kieran Culkin, Jason Isaacs, Simon Pegg.
I love me some Jason Isaacs.
The cool part is all of the Homelander stuff is done by Anthony Starr.
Yeah, I have something on him.
Yeah. Let me give you 3 or 4 other people though.
Go ahead.
Make it great, right? So Francis Conroy shows up from 6 Feet Under and American Horror Story.
Yep.
Miguel from Cobra Kai. One of the kids on Stranger Things is on there.
Okay.
Retta, Ben Schwartz, Kristen Slater, Kenan Thompson.
Christian Slater. Wow.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's great.
All right. You got me. You convinced me.
Like I said, the first one is a little, you're like, oh, are these all like this? No, not at all.
Oh, that's good.
But the first one is Warner Brothers if there was no censors. It's Warner Brothers with if you add in language and blood and guts and all the crazy gore stuff that you expect.
Right.
And don't skip the opening title sequence ever.
No.
Because it's Butcher's dog like in an alley doing unspeakable things.
Okay.
And it's different every episode.
Okay.
It's great.
So it's like a Peacemaker thing, but a little more glaring.
I just noticed Pete's comment there about
yes. So did I.
Yeah.
So Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander, he was arrested over in Spain. He's filming a Guy Ritchie movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. And he was invested for getting into a bar fight at 2 a.m. This was...
He broke somebody's nose, didn't he?
Yeah, this was last week. This would be about March 4th. One of the articles I said saw that he's sentenced to a year in jail.
Yeah.
So season 3 is done for the boys, and they have yet to pick up season 4. So we'll see what happens with that. Good luck to you, Mr. Starr.
Well, I suppose I don't suppose he's actually gone to court yet.
No, I don't think so.
I bet he has some money he can donate, or Amazon. Bezos probably has some money to bail him out.
He might have $1 or 2.
Yeah. Here's Spain. Here's a rocket ship. Enjoy.
Yeah. Here's a quick rocket ship. I'm gonna run through this fast list of all the action movies coming out this year.
Just sounds like it'll be fast.
It's Well, there's 19 of them, but we're not going to spend a lot of time on them all. There's only
Okay,
19.
I'm with you. We'll do that, and then we'll hit the movie that everybody's waiting to hear about.
Yes. So we got March 8th. We got Invincible. This is going to be Marco Zaror. Nope. Okay.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's a relatively grounded man on the run story.
All
That's your typical man on the run.
Got it.
March 25th, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Nope.
These
people are not good at releasing trailers for their action movies.
No, this is directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. This stars Michelle Yeoh as Evelyn Yang.
Oh, that movie looks awesome.
Yes.
I did see a trailer for that movie.
Okay. She's got a big eyeball in the center of her forehead in this picture.
Yeah, that's part of the
It's like a googly eye, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like they took a googly eye off of a doll.
It's like an Inception style movie, kind of. Like it looks super fun. The trailer, she looks amazing.
Yeah.
In the movie. I'm
pretty sure I saw the trailer for this too. 578 Magnum comes out March 25th. This is a Vietnam filmed movie.
Okay.
Ambulance, as Dylan just mentioned, comes out April 8th. This is Michael Bay's movie.
It couldn't look any more Michael Bay than it looks.
No. This stars the guy that plays the bad guy in Aquaman. Yaya. And
he was also Dr. Manhattan.
And Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, no, I saw a preview for this today. Actually, it looks really good.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen the preview for this movie like for the last 6 months in the theater.
Yeah.
It looks like a Michael Bay movie. It'll be fun. There's a lot of stuff blowing up.
May 27th, we get Top Gun Maverick until it gets delayed.
Yeah, that seems early.
Well, that's Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend. It's the Memorial Day movie.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. June 10th, Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, he's only getting 2 weeks with Top Gun before that?
Yep. Yeah.
That's not a smart play.
And then a month later-ish, July 15th. Now, I saw this movie before Batman, and I'm all in on it. Bullet Train, I'm all in on it.
Oh, it's like, it's John Wick for Brad Pitt.
It's John Wick for Brad Pitt on a train.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks horrible, but yeah, it'll be fun.
Computer stop. Goddamn Alexa.
It looks fun, but it'll be horrible, but it'll be fun.
And then in August 12th, Kevin Hart, the man from Toronto.
Nope.
He looks serious in this picture.
I bet he's not.
Hart portrays Graham, who finds himself the unwilling associate of an assassin after a case of mistaken identity. Woody Harrelson, it will be the titular man from Toronto, replacing Jason Statham, who dropped out of the movie at some point.
It will be the 7th movie just like that Kevin Hart has done.
Yes,
in the last
7 years. The CIA one with
Get Hard and
November 23rd, the aforementioned Creed 3 will hit theaters.
Oh, that's soon. That's considered an action movie?
Yeah, boxing is fighting. Fighting is action.
Is it?
Well, maybe.
Okay.
To some.
It's a drama.
December 2nd, we get Violent Night. This is an action comedy.
Okay.
A team of mercenaries bursts into a rich family's home on Christmas Eve. Sounds just like The Ref. This says it makes it sound like Reindeer Games meets the Santa Claus.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
That does sound really, really bad.
The Northman's not in here anywhere? Because the Northman looks awesome.
David Harbour is playing Santa. John Leguizamo, Beverly D'Angelo, Alex Hassel, and Alexis Louder.
Well, they got a couple of people that might be... I mean, David Harbour, I love the guy, but he makes awful choices.
December 16th, Avatar Underwater.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm good on that. And then there's a couple TBAs. Nogales is Michael Jai White is an action movie.
He's still around?
Apparently.
Huh. Wasn't he Spawn?
Yeah. The Outlaw Johnny Black.
Okay.
He will be Black Dynamite. That's another Michael Jai White. Accident Man 2.
Nope.
No. And Day Shift.
I would feel like I would be letting it down if I hadn't seen Accident Man 1.
Yeah. Day Shift, Jamie Foxx. This has Snoop Dogg, Dave Franco, Megan Good, Carla Souza, Zion Brodnick, Eric Lang, and Scott Adkins.
Okay, sounds like a
Section 8.
Is it a remake of Night Shift, do you think, but during the day?
Maybe. And then the last one that I'm going to mention on this list will be The Expendables 4.
Oh, God. Well, that's definitely not this year.
I'm super excited for The Expendables 4.
So The Northman looks like an action movie.
Yes.
And looks like it'll be pretty. I won't see it, but it looks like it'll be really good.
Isn't the Nicolas Cage movie kind of an action movie too?
I would say that's an action comedy, so your list may have holes.
It definitely has some. I mean, when I get stuff from Screen Rant, there's definitely holes.
I mean, I feel like, I would probably consider at least one of the Marvel movies coming out this year an action movie, probably.
I might consider Doctor Strange an action movie.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I feel like there'll be action.
Tiny little bit.
The Flash may or may not, it's probably going to suck, but it's an action movie.
I don't think it's going to suck.
Aquaman's probably an action movie.
Might be an action movie. Maybe they avoided
traditional.
Yeah, maybe they avoided superhero movies.
Like superhero action fatigue.
Oh,
go to this. Oh, that's nice.
You like that one?
I feel like I saw a picture like that yesterday.
So obviously, as we change the background, we'll get into the meat of what we actually really wanted to talk about all along. I would have loved to start the show off with this, but we wanted to get a little bit of other stuff out there for people. So,
and before we get into it, as always, tell a friend. Go visit us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Drop us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Give us a review. Frank loves those. We'll even read them.
I do. Let me see if there's any in here.
But yeah. Oh, you should do that. Yeah. So yeah, drop us a 5-star rating. Drop us a review. As long as it's 5 stars, doesn't matter what you say, we'll read it.
It's the truth.
So please and thank you for that. And back to our regularly scheduled program now.
So if you have not seen The Batman, the Matt Reeves movie starring Robert Pattinson, I would stop the podcast at about 37 minutes and then come back. Make sure you come back. And so we'll talk about it with you.
So what'd you think?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I it was long.
It was long.
It was very, very long. It was definitely a very long movie. I thought it was one of the best. I'll give you my Batman rankings after, later on, but he's up there as Batman.
Okay.
As Batman. I want to make sure that I separate the Batman and Bruce Wayne conversation because Bruce Wayne needs work.
Yeah.
Batman was sensational. I can't say enough. Just the way they did the sound of the boots when he was walking out of the darkness, just how it was better than how sometimes they do a dramatic score leading up to something like that. Just having the boots, that sound, that clump, clump. I was sitting on the edge of my seat. Literally, I sat forward and I was like, oh my God. I loved everything about that. There were so many little nuances in this that I thought were so, so, so good. Are we on the same page with the Batman movie? Or I didn't even ask you after you saw it. I purposely didn't ask you. I wanted to come into this cold and to see what you thought after seeing it.
Well, no, actually, I thought it was good. I thought it was the style. So let me think my way through this, right? So I thought it was the best told story.
Okay.
Of Batman.
Okay.
I don't think it was the best introduction to the world.
Okay.
Because your only place to go from this is no man's land. Which might be what they're setting up with the second movie, which is just fine.
Okay.
But I thought the mystery part was good, if not expected. I could have used a few more twists in it. But overall, I don't have any like complaints, which is rare.
That's very rare. Yes.
I thought he was fine. I thought Zoe Saldana was not Zoe Saldana.
Nope. Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yep.
And it was a Zoe.
It was.
Was good as Selena. Could have been better, but I don't think that was her fault.
Okay.
I think that the character they could have done better with.
Right.
And yeah,
Well, what did you? So Dylan wrote that Paul Dano's Riddler is the greatest Batman villain that he's seen on screen. What did you think of his portrayal of that character?
It was the by far the best Riddler we've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Which we've only seen two.
Jim Carrey's
was awful.
Yeah,
the one from Batman '66 was great, but
right.
was the Riddler of 1960s. Now, so you say on screen. So if you go small screen, the Riddler on Gotham was really, really good.
Well, yeah, I mean, Frank Gorshin.
There you go.
That was a great Riddler, and
So, but yeah, so I mean, it's I
Corey Michael Smith. No, that's not. Well, that's
no, that was Penguin.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So I thought Penguin was great in the movie. I didn't need.
Oh my god.
Colin Farrell to play him. Not Farrell. Jeez, I can't do anybody's name today.
No, you're right.
Is it
Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Yep. It's Colin Farrell.
I didn't need him to play Penguin.
No, but he was. I mean, so if you go from the top, Robert Pattinson nailed
like
Batman.
Richard Klein had a stroke, is what his Penguin was like.
I think Robert Pattinson nailed Batman as a year 2 Batman, still young, still kind of feeling his way through that what he's doing. I thought that Pattinson was to me, I put Pattinson at the top as Batman. Pattinson was better than Christian Bale. As Batman to me. The voice for Christian Bale is what ruins his Batman to me. Is the only thing that ruins it is his voice. If they had done, I am high. If they had done for Bale what Affleck had for his Batman voice, I think that would have worked better. And it makes sense with all that technology that's how you're going to scramble your voice instead of going like this. I mean, come on. And I actually have Bale third, which, Jimmy's going to kind of jump through the computer screen and kill me. But I have Pattinson, Affleck, and then Bale. Computer, stop.
Oh.
I really got to turn my Alexa.
Really?
Yeah, I have Affleck up over Bale.
Oh, no. I do too. I didn't. I didn't like Bale's movies in general.
No. As Batman, as Bruce Wayne, Pattinson was not a good Bruce Wayne. I didn't think.
Not for year 2, because we saw year 1.
Yes.
In Christian Bale's first movie.
Yes, and he was great. He was up at the top.
Right, and we saw where that should be. And I agree with you that this second year of Pattinson not living the dual life is, I think, goes down the rabbit hole that a lot of these movies are going down, where let's just make everything dark, right? And I read something the other day that kind of put that in perspective. Like, and we're talking about the Batman, but this relates to the Superman point that I always make, right? Where I would like a Superman that like my kids can watch and this like upleads thing and this, that, right?
Yes.
I don't need that with Batman. But the reason that everybody tries to make Superman bad is it's easy.
Of course it is.
Like, what an easy storytelling trope. The strongest man in the world goes bad. How do you fight, right? It's so much harder to tell a story of why is he a good guy.
Yep.
Right. And I think one of the problems is that this movie doesn't tell you why Batman also is a good guy.
Right. Well, because
he's really all vengeance, not justice.
Right.
Right. I think you start to see it twist at the end.
Yes.
But like,
I think it doesn't come until they're in the Gotham version of Madison Square Garden, that he kind of goes away from the vengeance and goes more towards the justice a little bit.
Well, when he hears one of the faux Riddlers say, "I am vengeance."
Right.
Let's see what we got here though. So, all right, we got Jimmy.
Yes.
Thinks it's the best story told.
Well,
but no idea where it's going, and DC will probably screw it up. I agree with that.
Okay, so the stories that have been told, and I have another little thing here with the Batman movies ranked worst to best. So I'll get that near the end of this, and that'll tie into what he said about story told.
That depends on how old you are.
Well, that's true. I've seen the Hush thing that Dylan says all over the place. There's a lot of people that are saying
there's so many better stories.
Yeah, there are. And it did feel like Jimmy said it felt like Dragnet at times. And I think that was the point, is it was supposed to be a detective story. And that's why he's in basically every single scene is either Batman or Bruce Wayne for the most part.
You said that 2 weeks ago when we watched it. And
yeah.
Like there was a lot that he wasn't in. I was expecting it more from his perspective.
It was a lot more.
And I never got him. So with that, it was a great detective story.
Yes.
I don't think they ever showed him being a detective though.
Not really. It seemed like everybody else was solving the riddles. It seemed like Alfred was solving the riddles, and then Gordon was solving some of the riddles, and like he wasn't really solving the riddles. And the one cop was the one that gave.
I would have liked to see him doing the work, not Alfred fixing the cipher.
Yes.
Like those were the things that, that's what I associate with Batman. Like he goes and he puts in the work.
Yes.
So with the Hush point though, I hope they don't burn Hush. To tell that story right, you need a lot more setup.
Yes.
Let
him out.
And it was done, comics less than 10 years old, I think, at this point, maybe 10 years old. The animated movie of it was great, but then they're going to need to then twist it again, right? So then they're going to need to, because the comic, they skewed the story from the comic to make the animated movie.
Right.
Because they didn't want it to be a surprise.
Right.
So then they're going to twist it again. And now you're going to be 3 turns away from this original story that everybody liked. And it's probably not going to be very good. Right, is my guess if they try and do Hush. I think they may finally have to solve for the Robin issue.
He said that he's open to putting a Robin in. Matt Reeves did.
But there's no way you do Robin in a Batman movie without it being super creepy. And not in like a good thriller creepy. The
whole, if you go all the way back to how it was with Adam West, where he was the ward, and if you go that route, it's creepy as hell.
But his Robin was also 28 years old.
Yes. But I think it's too early. You would have to time jump a little bit. Why would he pick up a Robin in year 3?
But he did.
Does he do that? Is that when he did it?
It's early.
It's
early on that he gets Robin, because you have to have time before Batman's in his 90s.
That's true.
To go from Dick Grayson being like a 7-8-year-old kid.
That's true.
That's the problem, right? In the comics, he's not even young. 10 yet.
Yeah.
Right. When you get it, and then you tell that, and they're just starting to in this comics now to tell the story of why Dick Grayson is so broken, because he was basically abused by Bruce his entire life.
Well, yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
The problem is, I feel that's the way they're going to go with the story. Instead of just telling cool partner Batman Robin stories, they're going to go into all the pathos and the broken part,
right,
and all that, instead of just being like, let's tell a fun comic book movie.
Well, this universe that they put this particular Batman in, there's nothing fun about it. I mean, I went and saw it with Ray and Ange, and Ange leaned over at least 4 different times. He goes, "Is it always freaking raining in this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks like at night it's always raining."
Because they filmed it in London,
right? Well, no, I know, but the whole aesthetic of that whole movie was it's nighttime, it's raining. It's nighttime, it's raining. It's nighttime, it's raining, and it was, I get it, and I didn't hate it. The So one of the other things.
I'm just reading Dylan's comment.
Oh, absolutely. And the Jimmy's comment about Alfred, I like the fact, and I guess this started with the Gotham TV show, right? Where they've turned Alfred from just being a butler to Alfred was a badass who trained him how to fight.
And Pennyworth.
And Pennyworth. Well, I haven't watched that, but they started it in the Gotham TV show.
They
did.
Right? Yeah, with John Pertwee.
And I liked that. I like the way they're carrying that over. Now they didn't show it in this one because they didn't really touch on the origin story, which I liked. But this Alfred also was a badass and trained Bruce how to fight. I like that. It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I liked where they went with it. I could have used more Alfred as Alfred.
Yeah.
Like their take on Wayne Manor was really weird.
It was almost like Tim Burton-ish.
It felt like it was just like one tower was the building. Like like not a mansion.
It wasn't. It was a tower in the city.
Think their take on it actually on the show Titans is great. On Wayne Manor. It's great. And the Batcave. Both of them.
Are they buildings out like a house?
No, it's just a mansion.
Oh, okay.
Like it's legit just a normal mansion with like an upstairs and a downstairs and a big room and a huge kitchen that they do a bunch of scenes in.
Okay.
And then there's the Batcave underneath. Like it's just a mansion. Like what it would really look like, not this weird gothic thing that they have in here. But with the part where Bruce and looking into Selina's eyes and he's just checking the cameras, but she thinks they're gonna make out.
That was great.
I get chemistry, but like that the forcing them was super weird.
A little bit, yeah.
And then she goes and like molests him when he's passed out. Also weird. It was fine. That I don't think they would have gotten that chemistry that quick.
Probably
because it undercuts Selina as a character into like this force of nature she's supposed to be about. Oh, a man, ooh. Which is what happens with a lot of these when you don't have the right people in the writer's room.
What about and Jimmy pointed out that they're not painting Thomas and Martha as all-world philanthropists. I did like that. I like the fact that they took a different twist on who his parents were, that they weren't goody-goody two-shoes.
No, and they started doing that with when they introduced the Court of Owls.
Okay.
In the comics.
That they're
and that developed, that's where they came out with this Arkham and Wayne families being the patriarch or the
yes,
the foundation of Gotham, and these old families that live there, the Kane family, the Waynes, the Arkhams. Like I said, they did that, and then also in the Telltale video game series for Batman.
Yep,
they got into that where the mobs are like, "Hey, your dad was one of us."
Yeah, I like that. I would love to see a real Court of Owls thing too in the movies. I would like to see that. Now, one of the things I read, when I saw it happen on screen, I figured it was one thing, and then when I was reading a little bit more, so when he's up there on the catwalk and he grabs that vial and shoves it into his leg, I immediately thought, okay, it's adrenaline. He gave himself adrenaline shot.
Is it Bane's?
Because
it was green.
Could it be the Bane formula? Could that? I mean, that would be some pretty good setup for that down the line somewhere. I don't need Bane tomorrow. I don't need Bane in a year. According to the producer of the movie, Batman 2 will release in less than 5 years. Promise that. Less than 5 years.
That's
a long time for another movie. And
this
one was delayed how many years? 3?
Yeah, Pattinson's going to be in his 50s by the time they get to a third movie.
Right. Which is why they're going to need a Robin.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be year 17. In the sequel. Jimmy, I'm with you with they don't need the origin story anymore. No. We've had that driven in. I think they learned their lesson from Spider-Man.
Yeah. Jinx. What else? So I guess the big thing another big thing that everybody's talking about is the scene in Arkham at the end where the Riddler's talking to another prisoner. Now, apparently they filmed a bunch of fake scenes with Barry Keoghan as a cop.
But they also film more scenes in Arkham.
They did film more scenes in Arkham, and they cut a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So Matt Reeves did come out and say he is playing the Joker in this scene. So Barry Keoghan is the Joker in the cell next to the Riddler.
Right. And they cast it like a Hannibal Lecter style role originally, which is interesting. You know, as far as what Dylan says with them getting out, how they break out and get back in. I mean, I think there's a prison riot every 6 months in Arkham. Is the way they play it. Same way they do on the TV show. I mean, if you didn't watch Gotham, I can't recommend watching Gotham enough. Lean into it and just get through season 1 and go, you know what? This show's going to just lean into that. It's crazy.
That's another show that went, you know what? Let's just go nuts here. Now, as far as the TV series, there's a Penguin series coming out. The Gotham PD and the Arkham Asylum show, that's going to be one show. It's not going to be 2 shows. That's going to be the same show. From what I was just reading.
Which one?
So the Gotham PD series has shifted focus to a horror-inspired story focused on Arkham Asylum. So they're going to give you more Arkham, but it's going to be a little more horror-esque, which, okay. I mean,
I would rather, if they're going to do that, to have the next movie be a big screen version of the first Arkham video game.
Oh, my God.
You want to make it? You want to make a horror thriller?
Now, see, I didn't hate the guy that played Gordon. Jimmy didn't like him. I thought he did a pretty good job.
Uatu, as I called him.
Who?
He's the Watcher.
Oh yeah, he is the Watcher.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
I thought he was fine. I expected him to be announced commissioner before the end.
So did I.
That surprised me that they didn't make that pull.
So did I. So he's still Lieutenant Gordon.
And the fact that mayor is still alive after being shot and then going through that filthy water, there's no chance.
Well, yeah. So
she definitely rotted out. And
so this Batman movie has the second best post-pandemic opening with 134 million. Obviously, Spider-Man's the best.
Oh, are they saying post-pandemic now?
Post-pandemic now.
Yeah, yes. I think that's bold.
That's how we do that.
I forgot last Monday they flipped that switch.
They did.
They turned it off. I forgot.
They did. It's off until the war's over.
Yeah.
It's back.
That's
the topic we're not. So with $134 million opening weekend, it is the best opening for DC since 2016. So that's what, 6 years?
Was that BVS? Justice League?
Yeah. So it's the 4th highest opening for a Batman movie. Now, technically, it's the 3rd. Because the way they wrote this list, and they even said it at the end. So Batman vs. Superman got 166 million opening weekend. And boy, did people get fooled by that. Dark Knight Rises. Really I didn't really hate Batman vs. Superman, but that's me.
The extended cut's good.
Yes.
The original sucked, but the extended cut's really good.
Dark Knight Rises got 160, and The Dark Knight got 158. Which is weird because The Dark Knight... Wait, which one?
It's the second movie.
Right. The Dark Knight is the one that everybody posts as, oh my God, this is the greatest movie.
Yeah, but people didn't realize that it was going to be that good. Then they hoped the Rises would be that good again. And they were sorely disappointed.
And then it says, and it barely passes the Suicide Squad's $133 million opening, but that's technically not a Batman movie because he has like a 30-second cameo on top of
he's in it he's in it as much as the Joker.
Right.
That was actually the most Bruce Wayne as Batman that we got in a movie.
Yeah. Now I had JJ messaged me on Friday and had an extra ticket, and I was like, "Look, I like the movie a lot, but I can't go see it a second time. I don't think I'll ever be able to sit through the movie front to back again. Like I could watch Spider-Man tomorrow. I watch Infinity War, Endgame. I can watch those long movies, but I can't watch this one. It was too long for that.
I did check my watch a few times. Not as many as I did when we saw Ghostbusters.
Was a little drawn out.
But yeah, and like I said, I thought the first act was mostly I was checking my watch because I was like, all right, am I gonna have to hold it for the rest of this movie? Because it's 3 hours. Like, do I take my break or do I just power through?
Ray went like 4 times.
And then I made the mistake of waiting for the end credits.
Yeah, I didn't. I read up on that. Like, as soon as the movie ended, I Googled it and I was like, oh, it's a website. I'm out.
It's not. It's
It
not
is.
even a website.
Now it is. Now it's a countdown site.
No,
But it was.
But it wasn't anything on Sunday when I saw it.
Oh, it should have just been.
It said goodbye. No, it just said goodbye. That was it.
You got really screwed.
I was like, what is this crap?
Oh boy.
13 minutes of credits.
All right.
So yeah, so I mean,
it's a Riddler website, yeah.
Yeah, I know they ended up launching that. Overall, I thought it was good. I thought that the take on the Riddler was good and different.
He's a psychopath filming it.
Yeah, he's masking or whatever, duct taped his head or something.
He put cellophane around. He put real cling wrap around his head and all around his body. Like, he went all in on it. Like, good for him. But so. Real fast, we're gonna go through these Batman movies. There's only 11 of them, so it's not going to take long. And
is this counting appearances?
No, I don't think so.
It
is.
You know
how I don't.
It is.
You don't know how I. You know how I don't read these things ahead of time.
No, but I just did the math. It is.
So this is according to this guy named Craig Lv from ScreenRant.com.
Yeah,
he ranks the Batman movies worst to best. His rankings. I'm sure we're probably going to fall close to his. Coming in at worst at number 11, Batman and Robin. Nipple Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10, he puts Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, no, that's higher. Batman Forever is definitely there.
Right. Number 9, he puts the 1966 Batman.
Oh, no, that's higher.
Exactly. Number 8 is Batman Forever. I would put that at next to Batman and Robin, like all the way.
Yeah. Those two are the bottom.
Yeah. Number 7, he puts The Dark Knight Rises. It's too low.
That's the last one, right?
That's the last one. I mean,
I gotta see if he has Justice League in here because I feel like Justice League is on this list.
He's got a cartoon in here now. Number 6, Mask of the Phantasm.
No, there's been better Batman movies since
then. Much been. Number 5 is Michael Keaton's Batman in '89.
No, that's like still
number 4.
That's 2 or 1 or 2. It's still in the top like 2 for me is the '89.
Number 4, Batman Begins.
Which is decent.
Look, as much as I say I like Pattinson more, this movie was great, and so was the second one.
Yeah, I was during my hiatus from comic book stuff when the Batman movies came out and Marvel started and everything. You gotta remember, so Batman Begins came out the year before Iron Man.
Oh shit!
Think about that.
Yeah. Number 3, he's got this Batman movie.
Okay.
I think he loses all credibility with his number 2.
Batman Returns second.
He has Batman Returns second. Guy he lost all credibility with putting that at number 2.
Batman Returns is like number 7.
Yeah, and The Dark Knight he has at number 1. If I had time now, I would go back and I would maybe next week you and I can jot down our.
Yeah, I don't think The Dark Knight is
the best.
Is a great Batman movie. Right? It's a great Joker movie.
It's a great Joker movie.
But it's an okay Batman movie.
Right. But
it's a good setup to Two-Face. Like, it's a good origin story for Two-Face and Joker movie. It's a good villain movie. It's not a great Batman movie, though. I didn't think much of Christian Bale's Batman run was great as Batman.
Right. He was a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's fine. He wasn't Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne doesn't have light brown hair. It's fine. I mean, Affleck's still the best Bruce Wayne.
Well, yeah, because he's the older, seasoned.
Except for when except for Justice League ruined him.
Well, the long Justice League made him okay.
No. Dude, there's no way that everybody that Bruce Wayne meets, he's like, hey, I'm Batman. Hi, Batman here.
Yeah, no, that,
like,
okay.
Dude, every time he sees somebody, he's with his mask off. It's the craziest shit.
Well, yeah, there's that.
There's no way he just meets all these people and is like, hey, I'm Bruce Wayne. How you doing? Hi. Like, it's every scene.
Hi, I'm Bruce.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
The last thing I'll throw out, and this is more happy news in the Batman world, is, as you know, the DC League of Super Pets is coming out. Do you see who they cast as the voice of Batman?
I heard. I don't know if that was part of your preview.
Keanu Reeves is the voice of Batman in the DC League of Super Pets. I think that's pretty cool.
It is. Unfortunately, his pet is Kevin Hart.
Wow. Is Kevin Hart in this? No. Yes. Damn it.
Yeah, the pets are Kevin Hart and The Rock.
The Rock, Kevin Hart, Vanessa Bayer, Natasha Lyonne, Diego Luna, John Krasinski, Superman.
Yeah, he's Superman. The Rock is Crypto.
Yep. Mark Maron's Lex Luthor. That's interesting.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is Batman and Kevin Hart is Bat Dog.
Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon is listed as voice. It's literally listed as voice.
That's what you need to watch this week. Go watch that. Go watch the behind the scenes Carol Baskin story.
Oh, Ben Schwartz is listed as voice also.
Ben Schwartz is everybody's voice.
It's literally, it just says voice.
He is all the voices.
Dasha Polanco is Green Lantern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who knows which Green Lantern? I don't know if they did Jessica Cruz or Kyle Rayner.
It just says voice.
Hal Jordan,
Green
Jon
Lantern
Stewart.
voice.
There's a lot. Simon Baylor or something is the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been better. I agree. The Rock is Superman and Crypto is Krasinski, or Krasinski is Crypto. Would have been way better.
Which chunky redhead is Jimmy referring to? I don't know which chunky redhead. Are you referring to Amy Schumer?
No, she's not a redhead.
Oh, yeah. Because I was going to say, before we sign off, the hosts for the Oscars this year are Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall, and Amy Schumer.
Regina Hall?
Regina Hall.
Has she done anything since Scary Movie 2?
Probably not.
1? Whichever one of those she was in? 1?
Probably not.
Wow. All right. Well, hey.
That's a depressing end.
Thanks for joining the conversation and finding the Geek Spot with us. Oh.
How's the new DLC for D2? Dude, hit me up on the Xbox after this. I will tell you all about it. It's absolutely phenomenal. I cannot rave enough about this Witch Queen thing. Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was done. I said thanks for finding the Geek Spot.
Oh.
As always.
Yeah, we can still play on PC too. We can do the party thing. They do the Xbox share thing.
It's the beauty of Xbox.
It is. Yes.
So Frank will go watch some stuff.
Actually, tonight I think I will.
And maybe I'll go see another movie, but probably not. But who knows? We still got to catch up on Uncharted. And,
shit, that's right.
Find some other stuff to watch, and we'll hit you all up next week.
I think I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, God damn it!
Bye, everybody.